These days, we say that people are society. Relationship of people forms the society. Interaction of people runs the society. However, when we see a little more in detail, we could find people isolated. There is expression, rivers we cannot cross. Those who want to cross the river are isolated subjects absent from communication. In other words, there is no interaction between the people on one side of the river and those on the other side. If we are to match up with our two projects, those who want to go across the river are independents who couldn't find a place to perform their music, and unable mothers who want to raise their babies on their own. So we Kyunghee SIFE decided to become the bridges for them, passages for interaction. Now we'd like to present our two projects across copy and BB that have been strong bridges.
Do you know about indie musician? What is an indie musician? Indie musicians is independent musicians who are free from the capital and major broadcasting system. They just love their own music and their music's characteristics. So they choose making their own way. But the consequence is not good. Actually, it is terrible. They suffer from economic hardship. Let's see an actual image.
홍대 인디밴드 타바코주스의 기타리스트 연우신데요. 그가 향하는 곳은 하루벌이 막노동 일자리를 알선해주는 서울 마포의 한 인력센터. 막노동 일을 시작한 지도 꽤 오래됐지만 일주일이면 하루 이틀밖에 일거리가 없는 요즘은 답답하기만 합니다.
뭐 다른 말도 알아봐야 될 것 같아요. 요즘 너무 어려워가지고. 좋아하는 거 하면서 뭘 돈 받고 그러면 정말 바라는 게 그거죠.
홍대 인근 지하에 자리 잡은 작은 공연장 반. 오늘 공연 무대 오르는 밴드 명단에는 타바코주스의 이름이 선명하게 보입니다. 신나고 흥겨운 노래를 통해 자신의 이야기를 하고 있다는 타바코주스. 4년 가까이 홍대 주변에서 타바코주스라는 이름으로 밴드 활동을 해오면서 이들에게도 몇 차례 위기 순간이 있었습니다. 생활고에 시달리던 드러머 승환 씨가 영화판에 들어가기도 했고 5인조에서 4인조로 밴드가 개편을 이루고 있습니다. 타바코주스 멤버들에게 과연 음악이란 어떤 의미일까요?
다들 삶이라고 그러잖아요. 다들 삶이라고 하는데 저는 삶은 아닌 것 같아요. 저는 삶은 아닌 것 같고 그냥 계속 꿈인 것 같아요. 그냥 뭐 삶은 너가다고 우선 먹고 살아야 되니까요. 근데 뭐 무대 쓰면 꿈 같거든요. 그냥 항상 그냥 꿈 같아요.
Why their future is so dark? Sadly, it is not the end. People still have negative perception towards them. How can it change the hopeless reality? We set certain goals, providing sustainable concert opportunity for indie musicians, and by doing so, communicating between the audience and indie musicians through a new formation of Hongik University performance culture. We conducted one social venture named Player, whose intention is to help indie musicians by organizing an indie musician network. They just had an ambitious idea to organizing an indie musicians network. So, we elaborated acoustic coffee. Musicians usually earn money by performing in clubs, but since clubs limit the age, the number of people is limited. Indie musicians can perform on a regular basis and earn money by performing at a new atmosphere, such as cafe. We should combine the characteristic of cafe and the indie musician and result in success. And by playing serene and gentle indie music at a cafe, indie band can rid of stereotypical image of playing loud and jumpy music. However, player lacked the ability to cast, recruit, and promote. So, SIFE planned and operated the foundation of bridge between the musicians and the world. Activities. First, we contacted 7 cafes. Next, we used online social networking service, such as Twitter and History, for promotion of acoustic coffee. And we ran posters in the different sites to promote, such as University homepage, in the Musicians Fan Club, and cafe, and famous blog seminar. For a prize, we distributed 1,000 leaflets on the cafes and the streets. Besides, we made a contact with field staffs and attributed tests for each. On May 17th, the first performance of acoustic coffee was finally held. The performances was held in 7 cafes on the Kyunghee University streets every day at 8 p.m. With this motto, the performance consists of 60 minutes of performance and 10 minutes event show. And acoustic coffee tried to visual radio, not just performance. Through this method, musicians communicated with the audience by talking about their stories and making eye contact. And during the event time, we gave audiences t-shirts with the acoustic coffee logo and CDs of each musician through a kid show. Also, performances were recorded and uploaded on Twitter so that those who couldn't come to cafe could watch the performances. Lots of people, patrons, owners of other cafes, popular bloggers, other musicians, and business owners joined and enjoyed performance together.
Now, moving on to the output and outcome. First, there were about 648 connectors on the acoustic coffee blog, and the number of Twitter follow-ups was around 654. Considering the fact that the Twitter and the blog were made only a week before the performances, relatively many people became aware of indie musicians and showed a positive responses. Also, as people got more interested in the indie musicians, they could feel higher awareness for them. In fact, approximately 237 people came by, and some of them revisited the cafes to see the indie musicians' performances. As the acoustic coffee were featured in foreign articles, many bloggers posted the event. Additional impact is predicted, such as increased number of potential fans. Second, the number of CDs that has been sold during the acoustic coffee was much more than those before the operation of the project, when they sold their CDs by themselves. As you can see, profits from acoustic coffee events increased by more than 30 times. And this implies the increased incomes in the future through maintained system and continuous performances. Third, as the musicians and the owners of the cafes get to know each other more, the opportunity to perform their music can be created. Moreover, the musicians themselves could get to know each other and make an indie music community. So this could lead even those who are not in the player to be involved in the network. Fourth, their performance was not simply for entertainment, but rather created a new performance culture around the place where they perform their music. Also, this led them to improve their image in a positive way. The image of new leading performance culture is creating positive perceptions towards indie musicians. After all, this results in mutual communications between isolated indie musicians and the society members. Next, we met 2 criteria: success skills and entrepreneurship. First, success skill. The model performance for a week provided people with chances to change their minds and increase awareness about musicians. Thus, musicians can expect more potential profits in the future by having new networks. Second, entrepreneurship. As acoustic coffee program processed, indie musicians thought about ways to connect the networks to maintain the performance business. Before the indie musicians participated in Acoustic Coffee, they didn't know how to utilize their musical talents as the means of living. However, after Acoustic Coffee performances, they got more aware of how to run the performance business. So they tried to connect cafes and sustain their relationships. We are figuring out how to construct communications between indie musicians and the society. And also, we are building profit models for them. For program sustainability, we are planning to make an acoustic coffee includes acoustic coffee compilation album, which includes indie musician songs. Also, we will introduce mileage system that for attracting people come and see the indie musicians' performances. We, Acoustic Coffee, made the first step to build a bridge between the isolated indie musicians and the society members. By using this start as a foothold for further development, Acoustic Coffee will become a stronger bridge for the world. Next, you will see another bridge we have made, which is the Project BB.
As you see in this video clip, we met the needs of our project subject, young wet mother, who are isolated from society. We saw that the biggest challenge against them was the economic problem. So we set our vision as being a bridge between the unwed mother and society by cultivating their ability to become economically independent. So we start our project BB, which stands for Beautiful Beat. As a preparation step, first of all, our team has built a partnership with Hold Unwed Mother Rest Place and enlisted 20 unwed mothers who are willing to participate in our project. Then we invited the jewelry making experts who would teach the unwed mothers the jewelry making skills. And as the final preparation step, we made a contact the market outlet to sell our product that the unwed mother made. Initial fund for this project, 4 million Korean won, was raised by the Social Venture Competition Award that helped our project operate. This is our project overall business model. First, SIFE provide the raw material to the unwed mother. SIFE provide the raw material to the instructor, and the instructor teaches the unwed mother jewelry making skills. After getting skills, the unwed mothers make jewelry and give final product to us that they made. After collecting the final product, SIFE distribute this to the store that we contacted, and the store sell those products and give us the sales revenue back. Then, we now give the unwed mother the net profit, which is the total income subtracted by the price of raw material. This is how the unwed mother got money. And the subtracted money is invested back to the first our business model by purchasing raw material. These are the final products that they made and distributed to the store with the name of Beautiful Beat. With this circulation, we maintained our project for 10 months. However, we faced an obstacle in terms of sustainability of our project. The main problem was the frequent rotation of our project participants. The unwed mother in the institution got rotated every 4 to 6 months, so it was really hard for us to have regular project participants. Also, this problem led to the limitation of teaching more progressive jewelry making skills. So, we changed our subject to unwed mother who actually raised their baby on their own after delivery instead of unwed mother just living in the facility. Also, more competitive in market. During this process, fortunately, we discovered a social enterprise consists of 5 women producing eco-friendly using natural dyeing skills, and they also has a vision for providing a job to the socially weak. So with them, we could revise our project, as you see on the slide. First of all, we built a partnership with this social enterprise, and they teach skills to the unwed mothers, which is needed for making eco-friendly toys. And this is the product made by the participation of unwed mothers. And also, this unwed mother became the worker of this company. As a result, they could get the fair income as the amount of work they've done. Then, SIFE, for helping them to manage their new income, we also give them the economic education.
As for the impact of our project, total number of 52 unwed mothers participated in our project. 900 earrings have been made by 50 unwed mothers, and 100 eco-friendly products by 2 unwed mothers who decided to raise their babies on their own. In terms of the improvement of the income, through jewelry making, their income has increased by 700% and 63% by making eco-friendly toys. It was very difficult for them to get even a part-time job due to their age, education level, and childcare. But through SIFE, they could learn skills to get hired and become business partners. And now, they are participating in the process of product development and manufacturing in the enterprise. Through the operation of the project and continuous mentoring with SIFErs, they got more and more interested in the qualification examination for high school and university entrance. Before working with us, they said that their dream is disappearing because they have to nurture their baby. But now, they could dream about business for handicraft through working. Other unwed mothers from the institution saw the example of the unwed mothers who worked with us and said that they also want to be part of our project. There will be a media exposure through the television show called VJ Tukungde this month, and our project will be introduced that we're currently working with the unwed mothers. Moving on to the criteria. Market economics. By participating in the manufacture of jewelry and working in the enterprise, which is the basic principle of the economy. Success skills. They could also learn specific skills required in the process of making jewelry and toys, such as beading and sewing. Entrepreneurship. They participated for the development of new products and the business itself as a member of the enterprise. Financial literacy. We're currently in the process of providing education for the unwed mothers, which will enable them to manage income and expenditure efficiently and set financial plans for the future. Environmental sustainability. The enterprise only produces eco-friendly toys which have no harm on the nature. For example, the textiles they use are all colored by the natural pigment. Business ethics. By working, they could realize that protecting the environment is important and that it could actually function as a great merit in the market economy. For the development of the project, we have set our future plan. First of all, we're planning to make a new distinctive brand for the competitiveness in the market and title the products as Made by the Mother's Heart. In an effort to do so, we're now helping the consulting and setting marketing strategies for complete brand making in the market of eco-friendly business. Also, we're launching the program to educate unwed mothers about finance. So currently, we made a contact with a lecturer who is not a university student, but a professional in the field of finance education. Finally, we have made the partnership to be more systematic, and as a result, right now, more unwed mothers from the institution are planning to join our project and start working in the enterprise as well. By spreading our abilities and efforts, we will become a stronger bridge for the unwed mothers to help them become complete participants of our society.
To make our project successful, 15 active SIFE members spent 1690 hours on acouscopy and BB.
As a result, we provided 7 performance opportunities for the indie bands.
And we gave 52 unwed mothers economic opportunities.
Through these activities, we affected 379 people directly and 34,281 indirectly. From an economic point of view, indie bands and unwed mothers earn 2 million Korean won as income.
The worth of our project is more than numbers. The most important point is that we built the bridges that made unwed mothers could go back to the society and become the members of market economy. Also, indie bands could have opportunities to introduce their music and share their cultures with the public. Now, we Kyunghee promise you that next year we will come back with greater achievements and stronger bridges connecting isolated people to the world. And changing not only the subjects but also people around them. We Kyunghee bridge the world!
The presentation is now finished, so we will begin the question and answer session. Only judges may ask questions. Both English and Korean are available.
인디 밴드하고 미혼모 두 계층의 수입이 구체적으로 어느 정도 올랐는지 좀 감을 잡을 수 있을까요?
미혼모 같은 경우에는요, 일단은 시설에 있는 20명을 미혼모에 대상으로 했을 때 그들은 아예 처음에 수익이 없었어요. 그런데 저희 프로젝트를 통해서 이제 비즈 기술을 익히고 한 달에 1인당 3만 원에서 10만 원 정도의 수익을 얻었고, 이 수익이 이제 다른 기구는 개인이 만든 개수나 난이도에 따라서 차등 지급을 하였어요. 그래서 더 많이 만들고 더 열심히 만든 미혼모들은 더 많은 수익이 돌아갈 수 있도록 하였습니다. 그리고 지금 친환경 아기용품으로 바꾸었는데 그거는 이제 아예 사회적 기업에 소속이 되어서 활동하고 있어서 이것도 역시 기본수당과 작업수당을 받고 있는데 1인당 한 달에서 36만 원에서 50만 원 정도 수익을 얻고 있습니다.
인디 밴드는?
인디 밴드의 경우 일단 기본적으로 인디 뮤지션들이 저희 프로젝트의 가장 주 목적은 공연 기회 확보입니다. 뮤지션들이 어떤 수익을 벌기 위해서는 기본적으로 공연을 해서 자신을 알리는 통로가 가장 중요합니다. 그래서 저희의 기본적인 목적은 먼저 공연 기회를 확보하는 것이고, 그러나 우리는 놀라운 성과를 하나 얻었는데 그들의 CD 판매량입니다. 아까 그래프에서 보셨다시피 저희는 어쿠스틱 커피 공연 전과 공연 후의 CD 판매량이 거의 30배 가까이 뛰었습니다.
You presented 2 projects, and if you have to choose, on which project you want to be evaluated? Indie band or TV?
Just only one?
Yeah, if you have to choose.
제가 말씀드리겠습니다. 일단 저희 프로젝트 같은 경우에는 아직 초기 단계, 일단 2 프로젝트 다 굉장히 열심히 일했고 여태까지 정말 많은 팀원들께서 함께 열심히 일을 해왔습니다. 그러나 아무래도 저희 같은 경우에 초기 단계이고 BB팀의 같은 경우에는 장기적으로 계속 해왔고 꾸준한 변화를 보이고 있으므로 저는 BB팀에게 좀 더 좋은 평가
there's no more questions, then the first team will be finished. The time has expired. Judges, please join me in thanking the Kyunghee SIFE team for their presentation and hard work. Please.